Good morning, broadcasters. 360 Seconds News and Commentary for Broadcast Professionals is on the air. I'm Maria Koladova from TKT. Let's discuss the latest technological news with our respected experts, Philip Grossman and Mary Seidler. Don't forget to give the program a like. Featuring a 12K 3-camera array in one compact and lightweight unit, the Pixellot Show S3 captures every detail of the game, providing a sharp video image for fans as well as a high-quality analysis solution for coaches. The system has been designed for 19 sports, including full pitches or small courts, indoors and outdoors. So, Philip, is Pixellot creating a new standard for sports streaming?
It's an interesting technology. I believe it started around the sports analysis. So I'm capturing stuff on video to check my players to help them get better. And then I think that there was this realization that if we're capturing the material, why can't we use it for actually broadcasting? And so I think one of the things that it's doing is it's bringing the ability to broadcast sports to smaller venues, smaller teams, high school teams, in a very compact, fairly, from what I understand, simple package to use. It doesn't require someone with a production switcher because the AI component of it is sort of tracking the people on the field and the camera movement. So it's interesting. I like to see how it might integrate into larger productions where you might use one or two of those cameras plus your traditional camera setup and integrate all those. And then it really becomes sort of a powerful tool. The big problem with high school and college sports in general and the production is that it's so complicated, so many wires to run. If these guys can actually bring a simplified solution to the table that makes it easier for teams to do this, you're going to see this adopted a lot, especially at a reasonable price within the high school sports world specifically, and within 2A and 3A college sports.
Great. Now moving on to ARRI. The ARRI CCM-1 provides an alternative control, menu, and image interface to the viewfinder. The monitor can either replace this entirely or work alongside it. Philip, does this solution give operators new configuration options?
Well, I mean, monitors have always been around like this. What's interesting here, I think, is that ARRI decided to go outside of their own development team and go to Small HD, who has a reputation for making fantastic monitors and really the UI capabilities. And so it's extending the capabilities, allowing you to do the touch screen to control the camera instead of the million little buttons that you typically have to go through on menus on a camera. So it makes it a bit quicker to get to things. So it's interesting. They obviously make now camera controls for a lot of different cameras, from the Red to the ARRI to the Sony, and this one being specifically built for ARRI is interesting.
Mhm. All right, now moving on to the TVU RPS One, which will be the centerpiece of the Broadcast Asia exhibit. It's the only platform in the class that combines REMI and cloud production in a single portable unit for multi-channel remote workflow over the public internet. And Mary, I know that you were curious about this one.
Yes, I was. So, Philip, one thing that caught my eye with this was the amount of data connections it supports. This is a this is the mega belts and suspenders approach. But other than that, how does this get us ahead? What does this give us that we don't already have in different products?
I think the key to this product, and it's really more of a solution, is that it's integrated with their cloud production. So you're not having to string together a bunch of different components to make sure they work. It's sort of a not quite turnkey, but very, very close turnkey solution, similar to the first product we talked about, enabling smaller venues, smaller organizations to produce high-end productions. The TVU solution with their pack, which they're known for, and now their cloud production capabilities, really makes it pretty easy. We hear the term throwdown box. Well, this is effectively a throwdown box. You plug a couple cameras in, and it connects to the cloud interface, and then you're producing a live show. So those capabilities, I think, are really, again, going to expand the amount of content that we can produce at remote facilities.
So, do you see this not only being, let's say, for high school sports, but also in a corporate environment, let's say someone's having a retreat for their corporation and they want to get the word out to shareholders. Would this be something that someone who is not using video equipment every day would be able to run with?
Yeah, and actually, that's a great point. I really honestly didn't think about that, but in the corporate world, this would be fantastic as we've moved to a lot of Zoom things and less in person things. Well, having a Zoom call is sort of impersonal and not necessarily professional. This allows those organizations to step up their level of production, so they can have their quarterly meetings, and produce like a professional environment without having to travel lots of people and equipment all around the world. And it's a relatively simple interface to set up and get going. So I think corporate environments are going to be great. Distance learning potentially, this will benefit from it. So I think there's a lot of opportunities around the tech, and TVU seems to be the first one that sort of simplified and integrated both the broadcast and the production side together.
Great.
So
Well, that's, oops, sorry.
no, I was gonna say, I think it's going to be very interesting to see where their competition goes, and if we get more solutions like this.
Mhm. All right. Well, that's all the time that we have today. And many thanks to our experts, Philip and Mary. And don't forget to comment on the news that we've discussed. See you next Monday at the same time. Goodbye.
Bye bye.